Let's have some fun and see if we can make the perfect productivity setup. So I have my main setup here, but right next to it, I created some empty desk space after taking out my 48-inch OLED monitor. This is where we're gonna build a clean and minimal productivity setup. I don't have an extra computer just lying around, so this will be hooked up to the same PC right after I remove my old Elgato Keylight Air from the edge of this desk because I put a light strip around it, and I'd kinda like to continue using it. Good news is I didn't break the light strip, so that's great. Now these are the stars of the show. Both of these monitors are the PD2706UAs from BenQ, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. These are not gaming monitors, and there's a reason for that. These monitors in particular are designed for color accuracy, and they actually do an incredible job at that. I have a clip that'll be shown later in this video when they're set up and turned on that shows my main monitor, which has a color profile installed on it, and then these monitors with the same background, and you can actually see the difference on camera. And I'll throw the specs up on screen for you guys while I unbox this thing. BenQ actually sent both of these to me, which is what gave me the idea for this video. Not to mention, this will be perfect for video editing since this is what I do full time anyway. These specific models also come with a really nice desk mounted arm that swivels left and right, it slides up and down, and it also tilts and rotates. It's kind of like the gas spring arms that I showed in my last video where I talked about desk setup essentials, and the display itself actually just clips right onto the arm. It's a really simple setup. I decided to go with a single horizontal and single vertical setup because I like having my video scripts side by side with my editing software. I'm also just used to this monitor layout by this point, and I wired everything up and did a tiny bit of cable management for the time being, powered on both monitors, and I actually loaded up Wallpaper engine and stretched a really nice wallpaper across both of the screens because that first one was just super ugly. So now you can see the color difference on my camera. My main monitor has this blue tint to it, while these designer monitors are much more clear. Like if you were here right now, it's a night and day difference, but even on camera you can see it. Both screens also come with a USB remote dial that changes between color modes, adjusts brightness levels, and you can actually access the monitor's settings menu from it as well. I personally won't be using it because I don't really need it for this setup, and you can also just access the menu from the controls on the back of the monitor anyway, but it's a cool little addition to the purchase, I guess. I decided to do a bit more cable management to clean things up, and I think she's looking pretty dang good so far, but the next thing we need is a desk pad. I decided to keep the theme going with the old topographic desk pad that you saw at the beginning of this video, but I noticed immediately how dirty it was, so let's clean it. Toss it into the tub with cold running water, add some soap, and scrub in circles until every inch of the desk pad has been hit a few times. Take the thing out of the tub and lay it on a towel on the floor and tightly roll it up. Now we just let the thing sit for an hour or two. While that's drying, I decided to pick out the Logitech G915 TKL along with their G502X Plus mouse. Now I know these are gaming peripherals, I get it, some of you are going to be like punching the air right now, but I won't lie, this keyboard to me feels pretty great to type on, but it's just complete garbage for gaming in my opinion. Like it's just way too mushy. As for the mouse, I just like the overall shape and the thumb rest. It also matches the setup, but that's pretty much it. Now some of you may hate me for this next part, but I loaded up TaskbarX to clean up the desktop even more. I really just like having a completely transparent and centered taskbar, even though other people might not. But now that the desk pad is dry, we can add it to the setup with the other peripherals, and I decided to add a monitor light bar because it honestly just looks great and fits the overall idea of the setup perfectly. And it also has this really cool wireless puck that doubles as its controller. But without further ado, let's see how this setup turned out.
Aldrch.
Now you may be wondering why I didn't add speakers to the setup, and there is a good reason for that. Firstly, it kind of took away from the minimalist aspect of the setup, and also because these monitors have built-in speakers that actually don't sound that bad. I also pretty much only use headphones on my computer anyway, which are these SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7 wireless headphones, so adding speakers just wasn't really worth it for me. These headphones also have a hidden microphone as well, so I'm covered there too. The biggest thing I'm proud of with this setup is how you literally see zero wires. It's just so clean, but I do gotta ask you, so how does it look? I think it looks pretty good, and I'm starting to understand why people really just want to ditch wires and kind of like get annoyed when they see like big flashy gaming setups on like TikTok and YouTube, because this is like, there's something about clean that just looks so good. As I was building it, I was thinking about doing like a coiled cable for the keyboard, but then I was like, no, if I just go completely wireless with like pretty much everything, it will look amazing, and I think it turned out really great. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the products that I have listed in this video are in the description below, so if you want to check any of the stuff that I showed out, it's all right down there for you. Also, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a like and maybe subscribe if you want to see more content that's similar to this. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.
Is that what you did? Is there a raid going on right now? You just heard that, right?
No.
Yeah, I think there's a raid going on.
Raid is great.
Definitely a raid going on. I hear the fucking horn. Oh, you're blowing the fucking horn, you dickhead. What the fuck? I fucking despise you with everything.